JSE closed the day down by 0.33% at 26,262 points. We spoke to Derek Janse van Rensburg from BOE Private Client Services looking at today's trade.
It comes down to a question of what the overriding sentiment in the market is at the moment, and we've seen quite a strong rally sort of into this week, although like you mentioned, it's very volatile, it's very choppy, people are unsure which way this market is going, but I favour a little bit of a sell-off as we start next week and hopefully start to pick up from those levels. But it's a very choppy trading environment, and again, just to mention that volatility and looking at that volatility index as an indicator to me, that for me is a fear factor gauge. And
where are we sitting at the moment on the VIX? Do you have an indication?
Just above, I think it's around 27 at this stage. So it is starting to pick up and move towards that 30 level.
The Nigerian market closed at 22,964 points. We spoke to Akinwunula Atitebi of UBA looking at today's trade.
The bourse, as you rightly said, is down, and it was down 0.32% on the day, 1.12% week on week to close at 22,967. Of all stocks traded, 31 stocks traded up, 46 stocks lost, while 49 stocks traded flat. Among the top gainers were Japan, relatively small stocks, Japan, Bako, Alti Briscoe, and Mutual Benefits. Amongst the top losers were 2K banks. There was IBTC, Wema Bank, Glasgow, and one insurer would incidentally announced a share buyback scheme, which we would expect would push the price forward. It went down, Crusader Insurance.
The NSE 20 ended the day up 0.5% to close at 3,606 points. We spoke to Wayaki Hinga from Wayaki & Associates looking at today's trade.
Well, if you look at it, we are through that period where most investors are looking at profit taking. And if you look at Athi River mining story, the beginning of the year, they've actually broken down into 3 companies. There's Athi River Cement Limited, the holding, there's Mavuno, there's a fertilizer, and the third company, which was also part of Athi River Cement Limited. Now, what has happened is that the 3 companies are now operating more or less independent, and maybe in future they'll plan to have them listed separately at the stock market. Then you look at also there's a capital injection in terms of there's a major investment. There's a coal plant that they plan to put up in Mombasa, which would be ready by 2011, and this will cut down the production costs in terms of the payment to Kenya Power and Light for electricity.
For more news and videos, go to abndigital.com.